that? It is the object I sent Green Lantern of Sector 2814 to investigate.
Greetings. I am Brainiac, an android, and collector of knowledge and civilizations. I have overthrown the rulers of my home planet of Kolu.
And you want to join the Justice League? Well, leave your resume with my assistant Angie, and we'll get back to you if there's an opening.
I have no wish to join the Justice League.
It was worth a shot.
Although the threat your vessel poses is minimal, I cannot allow you to interfere with my plans.
And what are your plans, Brainiac?
I have traveled the universe collecting things, using my shrink ray to miniaturize cities from every galaxy.
So you're like an evil space nerd.
But collecting cities has lost its fulfillment. I have decided to expand my collection. A city is no longer enough. I now want to collect worlds.
Oh no. To the weapons lab. It may hold the key to defeating this Brainiac.
Batman? What the? Batman, it's that same thing that happened to you.
You're right, Robin.
Maybe I could break the hold on him the way I broke it on you.
But Robin...
Green Lantern, listen to me. I know we don't know each other very well. We've only met a couple of times.
Robin, it wasn't the speech.
Oh no, he destroyed the plasma cannons.
Lego Batman 3 walkthrough part 5, I think, is this video. This is the big grapple level, and it's a pretty fun one. It lets you play as the big Martian hunter guy, and you'll get to use a couple of his abilities. The first one is mind control, and I think you had to use it before you got into this level, so you should already be familiar. So at first you're going to be stuck in this force field, and you need to figure out how to get closer to that custodian who is apparently not paying any attention, and then you'll be able to mind control your way out. So switch to Cyborg and use his magnet suit to pull down this lever, and that should drop a couple of items over you, so the custodian will get a little bit angry and then go to clean it up. Maybe not angry, maybe just excited. And he'll also have acid just dropping right on his foot. Apparently he doesn't mind acid. So then switch to the Martian Man, and then you can mind control him to get to that lever over there. I guess that's not a lever, I guess that's more of a computer console thingy. And there's not really a whole lot else you can do with him. I think you can destroy a few Lego objects, so if you want to do that, go ahead, but for the most part, if you just want to finish the level or get on with this quickly, because you can always come back in free play, then just come back here, activate the computer, and there will be a small puzzle you need to do. It's not much of a puzzle, and it's not really too difficult. They could have made this way harder by making it where if you adjusted one center, then another edge moved, but each piece usually moves independently. And you just need to match the colors, so spin them until they light up. If you're like me and you're colorblind, then I have no idea what goes where. I just spun them until the pieces lit up and it dinged, and then I was happy that way. So I really am just doing a lot of guesswork here, but they light up pretty obviously, and I think, yeah, I missed that one. So there we go, and now there's one more piece I need to move. And that one's done. Now for this one, if you move one of them, another middle piece does actually move. Like right there, that moves both of them. So that was a little bit weird, but I think I did it again, and yeah, nothing moved that time. So I don't really know what makes that move, or if it was just a glitch. I'm not really sure, but once you do that, then there will be a cutscene.
You didn't let me finish.
It wasn't the speech.
Excellent. Now join the others. This crystal will focus the almost limitless energy of all the power rings. Lanterns, activate!
Whoa!
Wow! Wouldn't it be cool to carry Earth around in your pocket? I've got the whole world in my pants. I've got the whole wide world in my pants.
Joker, shut up. I've got to stop that beam.
Pants.
If Superman fails, we're going to need a plan B.
You've always got to put Superman down.
I'm offering to help, Bird Boy. I don't want to end up president of a marble.
Luther's right, Robin. We need to rescue Green Lantern and shut down that beam. Martian Manhunter, can you extend the docking tunnel once we get the grappler online?
Yes, I can do that from here. You will have to activate the grappling device to secure us to Brainiac's ship. Splitting up would make her more effective.
And in a sudden twist of events, Joker is no longer the enemy, it is now full-blown Brainiac. Although I guess Joker is still the enemy. So now you have to protect the Earth from getting shrunk, and this is actually kind of interesting how it works. I like the story from this point on. First, you will be playing as Cheetah Woman, or whatever her name is, and also I think Flash and Wonder Woman. Yeah, so you'll need to do a couple of things with them, and you'll also want to remember that Cheetah Woman, what's-her-face, has a couple of new abilities, like being able to dig with her claws. and this will pretty much come in handy with this level and maybe a few others. It's not quite as impressive as Alfred and his special digging tray that's also fireproof, but it's still kind of cool, I guess. And then you want to switch to the flash, step on the platform, build this big Lego object, and that should get rid of a couple of these tentacles that what's his name, Brainiac has been sending towards you.
Right now? No.
And then I think there's some joke about sushi and how Cheetah Woman wants it here, but anyway, you know, cats, fish, okay. So if you destroy all 4 of these, I think you get a mini kit. Yes, you do. So there's one mini kit there that you can get in the story mode, which is one of the few. I think you can get maybe 2 or 3 per level in the story mode, if you're lucky. Most of the time you have to go into safe or free play. And then you'll notice there's a spot here that you would want to use normally to see through, but none of your characters have any vision capabilities, so that is obviously a free play deal there. So just move up here and just see the ladder on the left side you want to climb up, and you can do that after you get rid of a few of the enemies. And now I think the point of this level is just to get through the spaceship so you can grapple onto the giant skull. That's why the name is the Big Grapple. It's actually kind of cool how that works. Anyway, so first thing, just pull out this spinning material, whatever you, I don't even know, spinning mechanism, and then the platform below will open up, and you'll want to go down here because you can't get rid of those golden shields on the tentacles yet. You need to get a laser that you can fire up there with Wonder Woman. And once again, none of your people actually have lasers on their own. And I only say Wonder Woman because I think you might need to use her bracelet, but you might be able to use anybody. Anyway, down here you'll want to destroy all of the Lego objects, and if you think you lost one or you think you forgot which one to destroy, look for the ones that are kind of glowing, like that one on the left. That screen over there kind of has a glow around it that you can see. If you destroy all of those, you'll be able to build the object that you need. And they kind of made the Lego games easier for no good reason by doing that, because Lego games on their own weren't really too difficult to begin with. They had a few stupid challenges, and they've always had a couple of puzzles that just drive me crazy because I can't figure out what they were and then the answer's right in front of me. But to make it to where the objects that you have to destroy start glowing like that, I don't know, I kind of felt they could have left that out. But I guess for levels and games like this where they add a ton more Lego objects to destroy than they normally do, then it's helpful and might be necessary. So I was right, you do need Wonder Woman. After you charge up the treadmill with the flash, you want to fly back over there and step onto the shield platform and use Wonder Woman's bracelet to redirect the laser into the golden parts of the tentacles. So just sit there, charge up the flame, and one tentacle should go down, and then the other should too. Now you'll be able to walk across the platform, which is no longer on fire, and somehow was hot enough to weld itself back into the structure, so I guess that's convenient. And then you want to come back up here, build the switch on one side, and then if you pull one lever, one of your other characters should come to you, and you'll have to do it again. If you're playing 2-player, you both just need to pull it at the same time. I haven't actually played this game on co-op, and I wonder if it's any better than the other ones. I found the recent LEGO games have become extremely annoying on co-op just because of the split screen. It's just kind of a nuisance dealing with that. So anyway, here you get to play as a Joker, and it's not even like in LEGO Batman 1 where you have to also play as Harley Quinn. Here you just play as a Joker, and he's kind of fun. He has a submachine gun that you get to use to shoot people, and he's got a lot of abilities you really wouldn't expect him to have. He still has that electric ability that he only had in LEGO Batman 1. And that'll be used in place of an electro suit later on in this game when you don't have Batman, but you do have the Joker. And he's got some other, I can't remember what, he had something else that I was really surprised that he had. Anyway, for this puzzle, just use Batman's sensor suit, and then it becomes a little bit annoying, because once you solve the two sides, then you'll notice you push this big button in the middle, and the platforms there will go up and down. But of course you have to switch to Cyborg and go into a stealth suit, because there's a gun there that will prevent Joker from going through. So if the game wants to listen to you, right there, the whole time I was trying to switch to Cyborg. If the game wants to listen to you, switch to Cyborg and go to his stealth suit, and you'll become a washing machine. And then you can come in here, switch back to Batman, which is also kind of annoying because it keeps switching me to Joker. Push the big button, switch back to Cyborg, step to the side, switch back to Batman, push the big button, switch back to Cyborg, step to the side, switch back to Batman. Hey, it actually went to Batman that time. Push the big button, and then you'll be through. So here, switch to Cyborg's normal form, and then you'll be able to rapidly tap the buttons on the console, and that'll move all the platforms into level order there. And everything here should close up permanently, so Joker can't get through at all. And what you'll want to do now is move over to the right side completely. I think there's an opening for Cyborg more to the right there. But anyway, on these platforms, it's actually a little bit worse jumping on them than you might think, and that's because those little slanty Lego pieces get in the way of your jumping. So when you jump on them, you want to jump on it, wait half a second, then jump. You just want to make sure you're completely on the ground first, because if you don't, you're probably going to slide off like I did that first time. So when you're over here, you'll want to switch to Batman's spacesuit so you can free Cyborg. And you're also going to have to do this because, as you saw, there were those two handles that you had to grab, but you can only do that with Cyborg's giant suit. So switch to the spacesuit, start lasering this. Once it opens up, you'll be able to switch to the magnet suit, and I think this was where I was surprised. Joker has a magnet suit. That surprised me that he had a magnet suit. So, as you can see, Batman does not, and I always wondered why Batman didn't. But anyway, if you come here and you push B, it should automatically switch to Joker's magnet suit. He'll get a cowboy hat and everything, and then the force field will be lowered, and that stupid enemy that's just bothering Cyborg will still be alive. It seems in this game they made it to where your own people can't kill enemies with you, but I think in the last couple of games they could help you defeat some enemies, so I wonder why they keep changing that. Anyway, switch to Cyborg's giant suit, pull out the wall, throw it to the side, preferably at Joker, and then switch to Cyborg's normal size again because he can't go through that opening. And then keep on moving to the right. Maybe you maybe you caught a glimpse of Killer Croc running along the top there. And a couple more tentacles will come in your way. And this is the part where you get to unlock one of Batman's last suits, the ice suit. And you'll have to use the ice suit to freeze the tentacles so you can bust them down with Cyborg. But first, destroy a couple of these Lego objects that are lying around. And come on over here so you can switch to Batman's sensor suit, and there will be yet another puzzle to solve. This one isn't too difficult, I don't think. No, this one you need to get all of them in the middle. So at first, just to make it quick, I kind of got them all down to the top, or to the bottom, and then I pushed them all up in the middle at once. That should get the electricity flowing, or whatever it is that needs to flowing, and then you can use Batman to grapple down this hook. And inside will be Batman's ice suit. So you'll notice that there's also a silver object on the left side there, so you can switch to Cyborg and use his demolition suit, or just stay as Batman, switch to his power suit, and then you can knock down that part of the water tank, and that will spray a bunch of water onto the tentacles that you can then freeze. First here I was just looking around to see if there's anything I could freeze, because I wasn't really sure you had to blow that up. It didn't really make sense to me. I thought for sure you'd have to use both tanks, but you only have to use one of them. I thought it'd be kind of cooler if you could blow up 2 water tanks at the same time and you have water spraying everywhere. But anyway, just switch to the suit when you're ready to stop playing around, and then blow it up, switch back to the ice suit, and start freeze beaming the tentacles. Now you're going to want to switch back to Cyborg and go to his giant suit. Then you can bust open these frozen, delicious squid tentacles. I've never actually eaten squid tentacle, but I've heard it's chewy. And then you can continue on once they are shattered into a million pieces. So there will be even more enemies that spawn here, and if you just stay as this guy in the giant suit, it's pretty easy to take him out, but you'll need to switch to the magnet suit eventually, so you can open this up, and then you'll want to pull the lever, and I think that, that opens up this other suit, and I think this is another one of Cyborg's suits. No. Is this Joker's suit? Yes, so this is the flower suit of Joker. Now, the flower suit confuses me because I'm not really sure what it does besides mind control, and I feel like it should have another purpose, but this is the only time in the game, in the story mode anyway, that you use it. So you can dance around in Joker's new fedora style getup and destroy a couple of the other enemies, but like I said before, these enemies are pretty much just going to spawn endlessly, and once you come over here you will be able to mind control this clueless guy. Pull the lever down, that should let Killer Croc and Robin and Luthor go through, and then you'll be playing as them for the rest of the level. This is the point where you get to use the big grapple, and that is actually kind of cool looking in the cutscene afterwards. First, just use Killer Croc to blast through pretty much anything that you need to blast through and get rid of these Lego objects that you need to build, but Killer Croc is too big and clumsy to build on his own, so you want to switch to someone else. Put this together, and it's a charging station. I think that's for fuel, or... yeah, I think that's for fuel for Lex Luthor's, what's it called? His spacesuit. So you'll want to charge that up. And then come up here to the right side. Now remember, Lex Luthor also has a giant suit of his own. And you'll notice here first you need Robin so you can get the magnet, but there's a golden object above the hole to the right you'll want to get rid of. So anyway, Lex Luthor has a giant suit of his own, and that can come in useful at some points. Just remember that sometimes, because I get confused a lot when I think a character doesn't have something and he really does have it, and I get stuck in a puzzle. I don't think it'll happen in this walkthrough, but it has happened the first time I played through the game. So anyway, just use Robin to come up here, and you might even, if you're lucky, be able to activate this magnet thing from below, but for the most part, I don't really think you can. And then you'll want to charge up Robin's suit, charge up his glow suit, and you're not going to use that yet, but you will need it in a few minutes. So just remember that you have it, and then come on over here and use Robin's techno suit to activate this console. I don't really know why putting on the techno suit suddenly makes him smarter. I mean, you'd think he'd be that smart too, but anyway. You'll need to solve a kind of interesting puzzle. The colors go in a certain order, and here I was completely lucky because I just guessed. I can't tell the difference between 3 of those colors there because I'm hopelessly colorblind, so I just guessed a lot, and I mean, well, by a lot, I mean I got really lucky with my one single guess, and I got it right the first time. And as soon as you either guess it, or if you're not disabled visually, actually it's not that big of a deal, but if you're not colorblind, like a normal person, whatever that is, then those platforms down at the bottom will open up, and then you can walk down there and do what you need to do to activate the right grapple. First, walk over the Halo-style light bridges, and then use Robin's suit to call down the Mini Robin. And again, you don't have to call him down, but every time I try to push B there normally, it calls him down anyway. And then wait for the X to show up, and that will activate this side. So that is part 1 of 2 of the arms that you need to turn on. The next one is on the left side. You will need Robin's illumination suit here in a second. But I decided to come up here just to get rid of a few more of the Lego objects, because studs are always nice and they come in handy when you want to buy things. But of course I walk right past that blue one there, so anyway, come on over to the left side, and I think I destroy a few more objects here. There's not really a whole lot you can do up on this part though. It just kind of shows that it's not lit up, and you'll see kind of a cool image of Brainiac destroying Earth. As cool as that can be. And then on the left side there, you'll notice some handlebars in the water, and also an electric spot that you can't do anything with, because I don't think any characters you have are electric. But anyway, my controller, I need to get a new controller, because my controller was just messing up really weirdly right there. Called that guy down for, I don't even know what reason. And then I couldn't find Lex Luthor, because I thought, oh yeah, Lex Luthor would be able to go down in it, right? So I come up here, and I fly on over, and then I think I switch back to his giant suit in a second. And Lex Luthor in his giant suit can't swim. That is something that you kind of want to remember. Killer Croc, though, he can swim. And, okay, I guess I should say Lex Luthor doesn't sink. Killer Croc does sink, though, so once you figure that part out, just switch on over to him, because you can't do anything with Lex Luthor here, and it's actually kind of annoying trying to get out. But the ladder is right there, then switch on over to Killer Croc, and you'll be able to open up that handlebar and then get the second grapple activated. So here I go, pull open the wall, and this is also where you're going to need Robin's illumination suit. And there's a thing inside there that you're going to want to destroy before you switch on over to Robin. And you'll notice it's all dark, so the screen will tell you, hey, go charge your suit. And that's when you say, really? Thank you for telling me that, screen. I didn't figure that out when I saw that charging station the first time. So switch to the light bulb. Then once you jump down in there, you may have to push the B button to light up the suit. Sometimes it doesn't do it on its own. And then build what's inside here, which is a light source. And once that's there, you'll switch on over to the Techno suit, and you can activate this grapple. And before the level ends, there will be one last step. You have to aim both of the grapples onto Brainiac. And this is a little bit weird, because I'm not sure exactly where you're supposed to aim it. I think it's just kind of at the skull part of his spaceship. You'll see here once the cutscene activates, but first get out of the water. Or I guess jump into the water, then get out of the water. Go to the go into the controls there by stepping on this button. And then you can aim both of the grapples. You can just ignore the enemies that spawn. And then the aimer will be there on the right side, and you'll just want to kind of bring it up there to the top and just kind of hit the A button over here, but eventually it should automatically activate the cutscene, and that'll be it for this level.